Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with CircWorks, and this is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics. What is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics? I'm so glad you asked me that question. Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics is where I pick up where I left off on my 100 Days of Making Comics journey. If you're not familiar with that, that's where you spend at least 30 minutes a day to work on your own personal comic book project. And so I've been continuing doing that, but just with weekly updates. And so even though I don't do 30 minutes a day, I try to do at least the equivalent of that every week. And I don't know if I quite hit that mark, but I have made progress in everything. So, and things are moving along, especially with everything else I'm doing for this upcoming convention, which I'll probably mention some more about. So, what is my comic? My comic is called Young and the Dead. It is a kids versus zombie story. It's in the vein of Goonies. It's kind of a cross between Goonies and Night of the Living Dead. These are the first two issues. 1 and 2. They are available at my website at circworks.com. I'm working on issue 3, and we're more than halfway through with it. And I really did want to have that issue number 3 available at Phoenix Comic Con. That's coming up at the end of this month. This month being May, last weekend of May. I'm not exactly sure the exact dates, but last weekend of May. But as I mentioned before, I fell behind. There was a time where I just was swamped with tons and tons of freelance stuff. So I'm catching up now. And I also mentioned what I'm going to try to do is do like a mini comics version. What I'm going to be, I guess, like a teaser for issue 3. That I'm just gonna. It's going to be request only. So if you happen to show up at Phoenix Comic Con and you ask me for it, if you say, hey, where's issue number 3? I thought you said you're going to have that, then I will say, sorry, I don't have it, but I've got this. It will be an 8-page preview, and I'm only going to sell it for like $1, but there's going to be a $1 off coupon for when issue 3 comes out. So that's kind of the deal. That's what I'm working on. So I have been working on getting those first 8 pages all prepped and ready. It'll be a mini comic, so one of the major differences, it won't be, if you look at the artwork on... inside here you can see it's all kind of grayscale and everything. The mini comic version will just be strictly line art, black and white. There won't be any shading or anything like that. First 8 pages. So what I've been doing is I have been lettering those. So that's what I've been doing for the, as far as work on the book, is just lettering those first pages. And I've got all of them done except for one page that I've talked about before. This kind of this montage where the kids are getting ready to go out and fight zombies. And going way back. So I got all these different panels that I was going to try to organize into some sort of a montage. And I took them into Photoshop, and I'm trying to rearrange them, or at least I was. I haven't returned to it yet, but that's what I'm going to do because that's the only page left I need to do. So I'm going to take another crack at it, see if I can find something I like, but I may have to do some redrawing on it or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of a challenging page. So I'll let you know how that goes, but that'll be the last page. I finished the cover last. I showed that off in last 100 Days of Making Comics or Beyond, whatever the last one of these episodes, and so you got to see that. And if you're curious, if you haven't seen already, I did upload a speed video, and I've been having issues with these videos as far as the quality and everything. And I always say this, I think I may have figured it out. So I think I did, but I don't know, we'll see. But I uploaded there's 2 versions right now. I might take the first one off, but people have commented on it and things like that, so I don't know, maybe I'll leave it. But there's an HD version up there that's quite a bit, well, it's better than the other one. But what it is I filmed the whole process of me creating the cover, so about 5 hours or so, drawing and inking this cover to Young and the Dead 3. And I sped that up so it runs about 12 minutes long. So if you're curious, that's available and you can watch that. Check out the one that says HD on it because it's better quality. And in doing so, I guess I realized that pretty much every single one of my videos that I've been uploading, when I export it from the Windows Movie Maker program that I'm using, I'm actually not exporting it HD, which I thought I was, but I'm not. I haven't been. So now I'm doing that. And obviously it takes a little longer to get these videos up, but I want to start doing everything in HD. And another part of the problem was what I would do is I'd film all these, I'd film all these clips of me working on the cover. I'd bring it into the Windows Media Program, Movie Maker, whatever it's called, and then I would speed it up and export it. And when I export that, it was in a lower resolution. Then I bring it back in again, add all the other stuff to the videos, like my intro and all that kind of stuff, and then export it a second time. And so it probably lost quality a couple times in there. So hopefully I've got that ironed out. I'm still not sure if the camera I'm using is the best for filming video and everything, but I borrowed another camera that I'm going to test out for this the next Fan Art Friday. I'm going to see how the quality is on that, and if I have to, I might have to get another camera. I'm trying to use what I have for at least for right now, but so that's what's going on. But anyway, it's this cover video is kind of cool. I mean, I talk a little more about the book and go into just some tidbits and information about it. So so yeah, you can check that out. What else is going on? So besides Young and the Dead, I have been working on that other comic, the one that I'm doing for a client, and so I'm basically redoing a bunch of the pages and things like that, and trying to represent the character a little better. This slam dunk, world slam dunk champion artist, whatever you want to call him. So this was the original one, and this is the new one. It's pretty similar as far as the cover, but this is kind of, he wanted to use this particular pose because this is kind of the pose that he uses on his logo. So just the cartoon version in that same pose from the logo. So I'm waiting for feedback on that, and they're going to do a poster of it and a new comic book cover and everything like that. So I've been working on that. And as far as comics, I think that's it. What else? Let's see. So I got a new print. This is this. I haven't put it on my website yet, so it's not quite available yet, but it will be soon. I might do that after I upload this video. And you may have seen, if you check out Jeff Lafferty's Artcast, I'm not sure, this was a few episodes back, probably last week. But if you happen to watch it on a regular basis, you've probably seen this. This is my new print. It's Chet Williams, Villainous Realty, and he specializes in, I can't read it because it's backwards on the screen, remote island hideouts, underwater labs, orbiting space stations, and there's a number we can call. If you are an evil genius looking for an evil lair, then he's the guy to call. So this is just a little ad for him, and that will be available at circworks.com shortly. And I don't know, that's probably about it. I'm doing all kinds of crazy stuff, getting ready for the convention, still putting time in on Young and the Dead, and I think actually, hopefully I'll get a start on my work on Young and the Dead for next week, because I think there is an Artcasters, not an Artcaster, sorry, a 100s hangout coming up tomorrow, being Thursday, and this is where all the people doing the 100s. I think it's scheduled. I haven't heard much lately. I'll have to talk to Peter Palmiotti about that, because he's the one hosting it this week, so it'll be on his channel. So usually when we do these 100s hangouts, I always like to work on Young and the Dead, because it's, the 100 Days of Comics crew and everything, and I think, to me, I should work on that project, because that's what this is about. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully it'll happen. Like I said, I haven't heard anything lately, but it was scheduled. So I'll probably be I don't know if I'll be working on this montage piece that I'm going back to. I'll probably be working on a new page as I continue to go on past those kind of 8 pages, and just continue on until I eventually get this whole issue 3 done. And it will be available, and it will be available for $1 off if you stop by my booth and pick up that mini comic. A pretty good deal, I guess. It's just my way of saying thank you for all the people that that expected to have the book, and I promised them the book, and it's not out. And I have actually had a couple people ask about it recently, if I'm going to be there and if I'm going to have the new issue. So so I kind of let them know what the deal is. So I will definitely have that available, and yeah. So anyway, thanks for following. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, and share it, whatever you do, and then subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll be back with more videos. A lot of videos going on right now. I just did one for kind of a convention checklist on what to bring to conventions, and I've got some more of those planned. So I'm trying to upload a lot of video content, so it'd be worth it to subscribe if you're interested. And anyway, with that, I'm just going to head out of here and say that is all.